Hey guys, welcome to CS Tutorials. Today we'll be solving a problem 15, which is titled Three Sums. And the question says, given an array nums of n integers, add the elements a, b, c in nums such that a, b, c will be equal to 0. Find all unique triplets in the array, which gives the sum of 0. The solution must not contain duplicate triplets. So if we look at this, the example we're given, we have this array, and the solution set is negative 1, 0, and 1 will give us the answer. Um, negative 1, negative 1, and 2 will give us the answer. And because negative 1 is negative 2 plus 2, that's 0. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0 plus 0 is 0. So, like the problem says, we're just going to go through it, all the inputs and try to find where the sum is equal to 0. And we have to, avoid duplicating the values because we don't want to have too many duplicate we don't want to have any duplicate. So it must not contain any duplicate. Without saying too much, we'll just go ahead and try to write a code. Our solution is going to be stored is going to be a list of a list of integer. We'll call this ants will be equal to a new array list. So what we want to do is, first of all, verify if our inputs are accurate, if our inputs are correct. So if nums is equal to null or nums.length is equal to 0, we just return ants. And we know that if the array is sorted, it will help us get the answer a lot faster. Because for example, here the array is sorted, right? So we have negative 1, 2. So what we will just do here is use a Java method that helps us sort the array. So now I want to say for every element int I is equal to 0, I is less than nums, less than or equal to nums.length I plus plus. And then for, actually no. So we go with, we need an three pointers sorter for our array I, the left and the right, which will help us navigate through the nums array to find the sums. So, but the left is going to be equal to I plus 1, and our right will be equal to nums.length minus 1. So we want to go from left to right. Say while uh, left is less than our right, I want to calculate the sum. In sum will be equal to nums of I plus nums of left plus nums of right. The important thing we want to do now is check if our sum is equal to 0. What do we want to do? We want to create a list of integer and call it result will be equal to new array list, and this is going to store our solution, because if we're able to get in here, it means we found the answer because sum is already equal to 0. So what we want to do is rest the add nums of I, and we add nums of L, nums of J, sorry, nums of L and nums of right R. And I've just copied this over to save time. L and nums of R. And when we're done with that, we want to add this to our ANS, which is what we're going to be returning. And I guess we can have this in here and just say return ANS. But we're not quite done. We're not quite done because we want to make sure that we're avoiding any duplicates. We want to make sure we're avoiding any duplicates. So how do we do that? In here, we want to go and say int left value will be equal to nums of left. And we say while our left is less than nums dot length, while our left is less than nums dot length, we want to say, well, and we also want to say and nums of L is equal to left val, which means we are having the same value over and over again. What we want to do is just increment left, and we will do same for our right pointer. We call it right val. No, RIGHTTH. Our right value. This is equal to nums of R, while our R is greater than L, and nums of R is equal to right value. Okay, is equal to right value. We just want to decrement rather our right pointer. And that handles that. Else, for this if statement, if we realize that we are not getting, our sum is not equal to 0, we want to say if our sum is greater than 0, what do we need to do? Just decrement our right pointer since our array is sorted. If it's less than, we just want to increment our left pointer. But we're not quite done because we want to make sure that we're avoiding any duplicates with our I pointer. So while I plus 1 is less than length, okay, nums dot length, pardon me, and nums of I is equal to nums of I plus 1. What do we want to do? We want to increment our I. And I'm gonna run this and see if we do have one error there. I misspelled length. Another error, left val. And there you have it. Our solution is correct. I will submit this. And we have runtime of 19 milliseconds.